Well, good morning. Good morning. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. Bay Area Let's Talk the Holy Bible. It is Tuesday, July 25th, 58 degrees in San Jose. Starting out a little bit cooler than it was yesterday, but it's going to heat up today. We're going to get a little bit warmer here in the Silicon Valley, going to get somewhere in the low 90s, I believe. Shouldn't be over 95 degrees, but we'll see. You never know right now with this weather, but definitely summer is upon us. Let's take a quick look. Haven't seen Lana yet, and we will see if she's going to be joining us. I'll take a quick look, but I want to give you our birthday shout outs now. Lana and Eric and I share a friendship with this fellow, Toru Watanabe. Toru is out of Japan, and we just want to wish Mr. Toru a very happy birthday. Just a terrifically nice guy. We met him through the group that met with Jeffrey Gedimer for a couple of years. So, Toru, happy birthday. Next one is a fellow named Andy Lai. Andy is a fellow that I met through Santa Clara County Association of Realtors, and he is a realtor here and just a terrific guy, one of the nicest guys. When I first got started in real estate, he gave me a lot of good tips, and when I chaired a couple of the committees, Andy was always there to lend some advice and always be a good advisor to me, and just a wonderful man. So Andy, happy birthday to you. Jay Papazan. Jay is one of the leaders with Keller Williams Realty. He is an author. Him and his wife Wendy has a terrific real estate team with Keller Williams. But Jay is a co-author of some terrific books, along with Gary Keller, one of the founders of Keller Williams. Jay has just a really nice guy. Had the chance to talk with Jay several times, and had the chance to sit with him at a big meeting several years back. Jay, just want to wish you a very happy birthday. Enjoy things. He is, him and his family live in right outside of Austin, if I'm not mistaken. So, Jay, happy birthday to you. And then finally, a young man named Charles Smith. Charles, I met him and his wife, Kristen, a few years back. And Charles, we met through the church at East Valley Church. He was an engineer at Netflix and has done very well for himself. Him and his wife just recently moved. They moved back east. I believe they moved to Virginia. So, Charles, want to wish you a very happy birthday. God bless you, man. Enjoy the day. All right. Let's take a quick look and see if I had a message from Lana that she wasn't going to be able to make it. I thought I'd already looked once. I didn't see anything, but let's see if there's something up there. She is under the weather and can't jump on. Thinks it's allergies, but her eyes are swollen. My nose is running. I should be okay by tomorrow. So, Lana is out today. Haven't seen Eric yet, but hopefully they are both doing fine. And Lana should be back tomorrow, I would think. Let's see. Let's get this closed down. So, I thought I'd already looked, but maybe just an oversight on my part. So let's talk about our friends that we're in prayer for. Curtis Brown, Red Berkeimer, Shelley Elliott, Nancy Kurt Brand, Ashley Van Winkle, Jeff Rainey, Eric Beloved Florno and family, Wilder Lee Jacobson, Nathan Liegenfelter, Rob Richardson, Michael Martin, Heidi Balladay. Then we have Sue Tavares, Jeanette Tibio, Brad Goodwin, Mercedes Wimpin, Brandon and Grace Robinson, along with their child Elijah, Lashana Harper, Gina Rasan, Bill and Lois Dobbs, Roger Bowie, Dexter Thompson, Terry and Carmen, and Carol Lindell, Ronan Bowie, Anna, Debbie Schultz Bettendorf and her daughter, Julie Brenning, Mike Ferguson, that is Lana's son, Mike, Pamela and Valerie Bowie, those are Lana's nieces, Sarah, Doug Wing, who was traveling up to Utah yesterday. I just saw a post of his. So, Doug, you have a wonderful time up in Utah. As always, we're praying for Darlene and her continued recovery. And then Andrew Northwall, Anne, Julie, Diane and Dave. And of course, we got two Daves there. We got David Hayhurst and then David Sheritz. And praying for you guys as you continue your recovery. And it was good to hear from Dave yesterday, David Sheritz yesterday. So, Dave, continued success and feeling better. I know it's a struggle, man, but you're going to get through this. Going to get through this. And Dave Hayhurst, you're a strong dude. You will do even better with your new hip. So, God bless you, man. And of course, we want to keep Lana in mind today as she is dealing with her allergies. And I know sometimes those can be a real bugger. So, Lana, praying that you are feeling better immediately. Take whatever medication you need to do to feel better. I know I have struggled with allergies since I was about 18 years old, and then took allergy shots for a long time. And usually once a year, I have a little bout with allergies, but get through them now very easily. I got allergies, or my allergies hit me when I was working at a rental yard and cleaning lawnmowers and cleaning off everything that was on those machines, and all of a sudden the hay fever hit me. Had a great story from that. Back in the days, we had something called Contact, and then Contact for allergies. Working at my first job, went into the office at lunchtime, took some of these Contact, and passed out. I fell asleep. I woke up like 3 hours later, sitting next to my boss. And I said, "Why didn't you just wake me up?" He goes, you looked like you needed to sleep." So he left me there just sleeping. So he was a good fellow, a fellow named Virgil Lockenmeyer, who I love, admire, and pray for him as he passed away many years ago. And Virgil, God bless you, man. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for all that I learned from you. What a wonderful man he was. Both him and his wife were just great people. All right, let's take a quick look and see what we're going to be reading today, and we're going to hop right in there. We're going to go to Proverbs 25, 1 through 28, and then Deuteronomy 9, 1 through 29. Let's take a look and see who's joined us this morning. Bradley Sheritz, good morning, everyone. Have an awesome Tuesday, 71.99. I think I know the feeling of that. You guys are going to be nice and toasty. Glad to see you're not in the 100-degree weather, but you're as close as you can be without getting there. So, Bradley, have a wonderful day, man. God bless you. Thank you for being here, brother. We are grateful for you. And Diane Cazares Sayhurst, good morning, friends. Blessings to all. Diane, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. We are grateful for that. And you have a wonderful day. Both you and David. Enjoy it. God bless. And Kathy Sheritz. Kathy Sheritz Carvajal, I should say. Happy Tuesday to all. Have a wonderful day. 65,103. Getting right up there. But at least it's not 109 or 110 or 114. It's in the low hundreds. We absolutely need that. And don't overwork Arnie. hopefully he gets done with whatever job you guys have got lined up. And I know he's just a hard worker. So you guys have a wonderful day out in the valley, Kathy. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. Oh my, that is a funny story. I can't imagine the expression on your face when you woke up. Oh, I was embarrassed. Nothing like that had ever happened to me. Well, I was a young kid. It was wild. And I can't even imagine how many people came in and just saw me passed out there, because it was a pretty busy little shop. And he didn't say anything to me. That's how wonderful a guy he was, and I'm grateful for that, to have such a understanding boss. You look like you needed the sleep. You look like you needed the rest. So one of my great memories of working with that fellow. So I am blessed by that. Kathy, you and Arnie have an awesome day. God bless you. Enjoy it. And blessings to all from Marco, 93.78, humidity 71. Choose love today. Cubs start a series with the crosstown with the White Sox. Yikes. I don't even know what the White Sox are doing this year, so I hope that they are doing well, but the Cubbies certainly are, so I'm sure the Cubbies will take care of business. Lana, you have a wonderful day. God bless you. Enjoy this day. So you have a wonderful day, and thank you for being here. Hey, Tom Bogowski. Go Charles. Hey, Tom. Good morning, man. God bless you. Thank you for joining us, Tom. We're grateful for that. Wishing you a wonderful day, Big Tom. Big Tom in insurance back east, I believe out of Pennsylvania. So, Tom, have an awesome day, brother. God bless you. Enjoy it. All right, we're going to get going. We're going to go ahead and read directly from Proverbs. I've got one last one. Hey, my sister Ruth Eddie, good morning. Good morning, sis. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Got to see my sister last Friday, which is a big deal, because during the last 3 years since COVID hit, we haven't seen each other very often. So anytime we do get to see each other, and then since Darlene had her stroke, I haven't left our house very often. So I'm grateful each time I get to see my sister, my little sis. So, sis, you have a wonderful day. Love you, sis. Give a big hug to Aunt Nancy and Uncle Al. And you have an awesome day. All right, let's take a quick look and go right into Proverbs 25, 1 through 28. Try and hold on to my voice a little bit today. Proverbs 25. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, transcribed. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. As the heavens for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from the silver, and there comes out a vessel for the smith. Take away the wicked before the king, and his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not claim honor in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of great men. For it is better it be said to you, come up here, than for you to be placed lower in the presence of the prince, whom your eyes have seen. Do not go out hastily to argue your case. Otherwise, what will you do in the end? When your neighbor humiliates you, argue your case with your neighbor, and do not reveal the secret of another, or he who hears it will reproach you, and the evil report about you will not pass away. Like apples of gold in a setting of silver is a word spoken in the right circumstances. Like an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold is a wise reprover to a listening ear. Like the cold snow in the time of the harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him. for he refreshes the souls of his masters. Like, like clouds and wind without rain is a man who boasts of his gifts falsely. By forbearance a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue breaks the bone. Have you found honey? Have you found honey? Eat only what you need, that you not have it in excess and vomit it. Let your foot rarely be in your neighbor's house, or he will become weary of you and hate you. Like a club and a sword and a sharp arrow is a man who bears false witness against his neighbor. Like a bad tooth and an unsteady foot is confidence in a faithless man in times of trouble. Like one who takes off a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar on soda, is he who sings songs to a troubled heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will be heaping burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue and angry countenance. It is better to live in a corner of the roof than in the house shared with a contentious woman. Like cold water to a weary soul, so is good news from a distant land. Like a trampled spring in a polluted well is a righteous man who gives way before the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it glory to search out one's own glory. Like a city that is broken into without walls is a man who has no control over a spirit. That is Proverbs 25. Proverbs 25. So there are a lot of things being said here that are very important. But I take one and really take a look at it and understand this and make sure that when we have people sometimes that are a little bit difficult to deal with, we have people that in this they're calling him an enemy. I got a Tux in here, so he's having a little bit of food. There's a great saying that's coming here, and I just want to make sure that I get this right. Oh, I want to make sure the north wind is better. Why can't I find these verses? If your enemy, and this is going back to verse 21, if your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. And if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Sometimes we have people that are difficult to deal with. Man, I'm sometimes difficult to deal with. But when a person gives you a good word, when a person gives you things that you need and the help that you need when you're undeserving of it, you'll be rewarded by God. You'll be rewarded by that person also. Normally, whatever they dislike about you, they will now turn to you and thank you for the help that you've given them. But that is one of the verses that stayed with me quite a bit, and making sure that, you know what, instead of building enemies, instead of building more enemies, try and build some of those bridges. You have to do it. Sometimes it's a little tough when it's your family. Sometimes your expectations are a little bit higher. But when you have somebody that's, and I don't think that I have any enemies, I hope not, but should I? And should I've got some people that don't like me, I try and be nice to them, no matter what. And I want to make sure that if there's an opportunity to give them a hand, that I do it, so that I can let people know I don't hold anything against you. There's no reason to go through life holding things against people, or in this case, it says against an enemy. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things, and that's what this is all about. That's what God wants us to do. Treat others with the respect that they are a child of God, and God's going to reward you. That's all this is saying. Treat them with the love that God shows you, and the forgiveness and the grace that God shows you. That's what this is all about, making sure that we understand it. And that's just one of my favorite verses in the Bible right there. All right, going to turn over and going to get right into Deuteronomy 9 and see what's in store for us today. Deuteronomy 9. Israel provoked God. Hear, O Israel, you are crossing over the Jordan today to go and to dispossess nations greater and mightier than you, great nations fortified to heaven, a people great and tall, the sons of the Anakim, whom you know and whom you've heard it said, who can stand before the sons of Anak? Know therefore today that it is the Lord your God who is crossing over before you as a consuming fire. He will destroy them. He will subdue them before you so that you may drive them out and destroy them quickly, just as the Lord has spoken to you. Do not say in your heart when the Lord your God has driven them out before you, because of my righteousness, the Lord has brought me in to possess this land, but it is because of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord is dispossessing them before you. It is not your righteousness or for the uprightness of your heart that you are going to possess their land, but it is because of the wickedness of these nations that the Lord your God is driving them out before you in order to confirm the oath which the Lord swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Know then, it is not because of your righteousness that the Lord your God is giving you this good land to possess, for you are a stubborn people. Remember, do not forget how you provoked the Lord your God to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that you left the land of Egypt until you arrived at this place, you have been rebellious against the Lord. Even at Horeb, you provoked the Lord to wrath, and the Lord was so angry with you that he would have destroyed you. When I went up to the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant which the Lord had made with you, then I remained on the mountain 40 days and nights. I neither ate bread nor drank water. The Lord gave me 2 tablets of stone written by the finger of God, and on them were all the words which the Lord had spoken with you at the mountain from the midst of the fire on the day of assembly. It came about at the end of 40 days and nights that the Lord gave me the 2 tablets of stone, the tablets of the covenant. Then the Lord said to me, Arise, go down from here, for your people whom you brought out of Egypt have acted corruptly. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I commanded them. They have made a molten image for themselves. The Lord spoke further to me, saying, I have seen this people, and indeed it is a stubborn people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them and blot out their name from under heaven, and I will make you a nation mightier and greater than they. So I turned and came down from the mountain, while the mountain was burning with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I saw that you had indeed sinned against the Lord your God. You had made for yourselves a molten calf. You had turned aside quickly from which the Lord had commanded you. I took hold of the 2 tablets and threw them from my hands and smashed them before your eyes. I fell down before the Lord as at the first 40 days and night, I neither ate bread nor drank water because of all of your sin, which you had committed in doing what was evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure which the Lord was wrathful against you in order to destroy you. But the Lord listened to me that time also. The Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him, so I also prayed for Aaron at the same time. I took your sinful thing, the calf which you had made, and burned it with fire, and crushed it, grinding it very small until it was as fine as dust. And I threw its dust into the brook that came down from the mountain. Again, Taberah and Massah at Kibroth Hattaavah. You provoked the Lord to wrath. When the Lord sent you to Kadesh Barnea, saying, go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the command of the Lord your God. You neither believed him nor listened to his voice. You have been rebellious against the Lord from the day I knew you. So I fell down before the Lord 40 days and nights, which I did because the Lord had said he would destroy you. I prayed to the Lord and said, O Lord God, do not destroy your people, even your inheritance, whom you have redeemed through your greatness, whom you have brought out of Egypt with your mighty hands. Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and do not look at the stubbornness of this people or at their wickedness or their sin. Otherwise, the land which you brought us may say, because the Lord was not able to bring them into the land which he had promised them, and because he hated them, he has brought them out to slay them in the wilderness. Yet they are your people, even your inheritance, whom you have brought out by your great power and your outstretched arm. And that is Deuteronomy 9. Deuteronomy 9. Here we are listening to the narrative by Moses talking to his countrymen, to his people, the people of Israel, or what will be Israel, the Israelites, as they are still on their 40-year journey, but they are getting ready to cross over into the promised land. And he is telling them, do not think of yourselves as being a wonderful people, a people that are going to take over these lands because of your righteousness. Humble yourselves. Humble yourselves because it is the Lord our God, the one who brought you out of Egypt, that is going in and taking care of these people before you get there. Do not think it is because you are the wonderful people that you believe yourselves to be. For you have been a stubborn people for 40 years. We have to understand that. They traveled, they wandered in these lands for 40 years before they got to the promised land. The land that had been promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, saying, I will bring your families, your next generations to the promised land. These lands will be yours, the lands of milk and honey. But they are a stubborn people. Like many of us, like myself for sure. They're a stubborn people. And they turn their backs on God many times. And will continue to do it. And they are going to learn quite a few lessons over these next thousands of years. Just as they learned during these 40 years, a God who loved them so much that they brought them out of being slaves in Egypt, going to bring them to their own land. But all they do is complain. A stubborn people. Let's take a quick look here. I see Arnie's in. Good morning, Charles. Blessings to all this beautiful morning. Hey, Arnie, good morning, man. God bless you. Wishing you a wonderful day. Don't work too hard, Arnie. You have just a terrific day. You and Kathy. Enjoy this day, man. God bless you. Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate it. I certainly appreciate it. All right. I don't know what more to say about these people. We have learned about what they were going through. Here is Moses, their great leader, who will not be joining them as they cross into the promised land. God has let him know for not listening to him and showing an unjust anger towards the Israelites when they messed up once again, that he would not be making the journey. They would have a new leader going across. But Moses reminds them that it is because of the God who loved them so much, the God who brought them out of Egypt, the God who took them from slavery to be a free people and to be a mighty nation, would be bringing them into the promised land. The stubborn people. And Moses reminded God that we cannot destroy these people because these are your people, the people that you love. And you have promised their forefathers that they would make it. They would make it to the promised land. And God would uphold his promise. And he was going to uphold his promise. But Moses wanted to make sure that he understood what was going on. I'm looking into Moses' mind, saying he knew that God knew exactly what he needed to do and the promise that he had made. But Moses is giving him that reminder. And Moses is reminding those people that they are a stubborn people and they need to change their ways. Don't think you're going into this land because of all your greatness, because of the mighty people that you are. No, understand that you are getting there because of what God has done, as in what he did from Egypt and what he did to help you survive on these 40 years. He will continue to do as you reach over and you go into the promised land and you take out these people that God has already defeated. God has already spoke that into existence, that you will win these battles and you will dispossess these people of the lands that they had lived in. But this land was for you, the people of God. Hey, I just want to thank everyone for being here today. Drink this water. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I want to wish everyone a wonderful day. Enjoy it. God bless you guys. We are thankful. Lana, Eric, and I, thankful for you guys always being here for us. Grateful for that. And just wishing you guys a wonderful day. And I want to thank Eric and Lana for all that they have done over the last couple of years. And of course, our brother, Mr. Fitz, before he passed away, and thank him for, he knows that we thank him for all that he did for us and all the joy that he brought us and for the joy that he brought his family. Ruthie, love you too. You have a wonderful day. Enjoy it, sis. God bless you. And Nancy Medina, Tibio Malunda, good morning, Charles. Nancy, good evening to you. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead, as it's probably close to moving towards 11 o'clock down in the Philippines. And I'm late. Hey, you're here. We're grateful for you joining us from the Philippines. We thank you for that. And again, just want to wish you a wonderful day. If you'd like to join us tomorrow, we will be here as we continue our walk through the Bible. And in the words of our dear buddy, Mr. Fitz, have a red letter day. You guys enjoy your day. Have an awesome day. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Shared and done. Thank you, Nancy. We appreciate that. God bless you. If you guys would like to share this out, please do. Have an awesome day. And we'll see you.